AA is not the best place for for a famous atheist. I kept looking for that fucking chapter.
There's your headline right there for a famous atheist.
Famous fucking atheist. It's quote.
So yeah. But it's not a one size fits all.
Sure.
It's like saying that we all think the same, like our brains are built the same. They're just not.
Right.
Yeah.
There's such uniqueness involved. And yet, sure, I would wear that as a badge of defiance. You don't understand me. But then when you start to surrender a little bit and see that there's such a commonality, and there is a link with people that have nothing close to what somebody else might do for a living, or the things they've been influenced by or exposed to or worship. So yeah, it's. I guess it comes down to. Well, you can't say it comes down to one of the things that was revealed to me was finding a way to not be held hostage 24 hours a day by two things: shame and people pleasing. Mm-hmm. And you put those together, and I'm living in Amsterdam, basically,
Right.
Yeah.
So you probably want me to elaborate on that a little bit. I think shame and people pleasing are completely interwoven.
Absolutely. I agree 100% because I know I greatly struggled with that. Still do at times.
Right. And what is shame really? It's us writing a story about how someone's going to interpret or judge us with us having no idea what the outcome of the next moment is.
Yeah.
We go into situations where, okay, all right, I'm convinced because they know, or I think they know, that I did this, or I'm thinking about doing that, and therefore that's going to affect everything that reveals itself.
Yep.
And so we've written a story, beginning, middle, and end. It's like, oh, I can't go there because maybe something that happened once. You know what I mean? We get so attached to fables, right? That have no basis in reality, and I think a lot of it is fear-based, a lot of it is shame-based.
Yeah.
And the reason I mentioned people pleasing, I was thinking about this on the way over here, is because, and I hate the term, especially as addicts. No, just as freaking human beings that maybe crossed that line or just did things a lot gnarlier than others, but it's, we or at least I would create different versions of myself based on who I was dealing with, or based on who I had to hide from, or manipulate, or impress, or you know what I'm saying. So it's just it's hard to like point to one thing, but we don't have to point to one thing. It's a constellation of
it really is an
of
amalgam of circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, I know for me, definitely, Carlos, I don't know if you can relate. I don't think we've talked much about this, but the play, like you said, playing the character for certain people. Certain people wanted me to be a certain way, so I was a certain way for them. For my mom, it was okay, sober for mom. Dad, it was the different thing. It was the guy that got the chicks because that impressed Dad, or whatever it was. So it was wearing those different hats for different people, and you never really get to find yourself.
You don't, and it's exhausting.
Oh,
it's a full-time job with very few benefits. There's no dental plan in that job. But then also coming over here, I was like, all right, there's a through line. There's an undercurrent of mental health that we'll be discussing today. And then I'm in my car alone laughing like, well, yeah, if you want to talk about overcoming mental health issues, call this guy, but the other side of that is that, I had the meltdown, the nervous breakdown, front and center on the world stage, so